Welcome back to the Nashville Nose. I'm your host, just like every time, Dr. Magnifiscent again. Thumbs up, let's do this. Today we're gonna dive into a design house that I have not owned anything from yet. This is my first purchase from this house, owned by the brilliant Venezuelan designer herself, Carolina Herrera, who is a legend in the design world. In 1965, she began her career working as a publicist for Emilio Pucci, later moving to New York in 1980, designing for big-name celebrities, including several first ladies, like Jacqueline Onassis, Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, Melania Trump. She's had a pretty incredible career. Fast forward to 2008, she launches her brand, CH Carolina Herrera. And I've heard great things about a lot of their fragrances, but this one I'm testing today has exceptional hype and is sorely missed by a lot of people because it's discontinued. And I usually try to resist talking about discontinued fragrances because they're very difficult for you to find, but I actually managed to find it on eBay, and last I looked, there's still a lot on there. Unfortunately, the price is a lot higher than I'm sure it was when it came out, but a lot of people claim it to be amazing, and from what I've heard, it seems to have a lot of things that I personally love in my fragrances. So I'm very excited to finally try Carolina Herrera's CH Men Prive. It was launched in 2015 to a lot of high praise. Why they discontinued it, I imagine it has something to do with money, but it's a very sought after gem and I'm really happy I got to snag one. I also hear the bottle is pretty cool, so let's check it out. Here's the very standard box. Mine is a little beat up because it's, well, you know, it's probably pretty old. It's an eau de toilette, but I heard it packs a punch. I guess we will find out. Check out this handsome bottle here. Clean up on aisle stank. Ah, yes, it's got a very cool flask style shape to the bottle. See? So I could easily fit this in my jacket pocket. And the coolest part is the flip top. Oh, love that. Just really, really classy, really nice, really handsome presentation. And that's all about there is to it. Let's smell it. Time to diagnose. The doctor is now in. A little dabble, do ya? I'm getting something in the air that's reminding me a little bit of Givenchy's Gentleman. Oh, yeah. I smell something a little bit powdery in there, but I don't know if it's iris. I might have to compare that. Let me grab those real quick. Here they are. I don't know if it reminds me of the EDT or the EDP. I mean, this is an EDT, so maybe that's what it's closer to. It's really nothing all that stand out-ish though. Like I said, it's reminding me of other things, but it is very good. It's very nice. Doesn't smell like it will be super duper strong as far as performance goes, but it's got a bold nature to it, so it might do all right. It's not leaving much of an oily residue on my skin, so, you know, hard to tell at this point. You know, let's get right down to it. I'm gonna look up the notes. Ah, okay, yes, this is what I've been told. It's boozy, it's leathery, and I get that, with whiskey, grapefruit, and a note I don't normally see. Pomelo, which I believe is a sort of citrus. But then in the mids, I'm seeing cardamom, lavender, sage, and red thyme. So I believe the powderiness may be coming from the cardamom. So maybe this is similar to Gentleman, but instead of iris, it's cardamom. And in the base, we have leather, tonka bean, benzoin, and woods. All right, well, it's very nice. Nothing really all that mysterious. It's got a boldness to it, but not, you know, it's just not as crazy as I kind of hoped it would be. But then again, it is a designer scent. It has a lot of really nice mainstream appeal. Yeah, it just smells like a very nice designer scent. Akin to things like Givenchy Gentleman or Dior Homme. Just things with that masculine, bold, yet nice and powdery nature. I feel like this kind of just fits right into that same family. All right, cool. I like it. I think it's cool. Curious how it will develop. But in the meantime, why don't we do a little experiment? I think the jacket's gonna have to come off though. Okay, let's put Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette on the other hand, just like so. Let's put Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum on the inside of this wrist. Fire away. It's getting real fumey in here. And last but not least, I'm gonna do Dior Homme Parfum on the inside of this wrist. Might have to crack open a window. Whew. Sorry, Emily. She's at her acting class right now. She's gonna come home to a shopping mall. Hopefully I have time to shower before she gets back. Oh my God, it's just a mess in here. Come on, dry down a little bit. Give it some time to breathe. Because I certainly can't breathe. Excuse me a moment. Oh God. Make fragrance content, they said. It'll be fun, they said. All right, I think they've aired out a little bit. Let's compare CH Men Prive to Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette. Yeah, that's not nearly as spicy. Yeah, that's like all iris. Just for fun, let's look up those notes. Yes, obviously it's iris dominant, but it also has cardamom and lavender and leather. But the top notes here are pear and pineapple, so it's a little bit more fruity, a little bit more fresh. I don't see any citruses listed, so key difference. Okay, now CH Men Prive to Givenchy Gentleman EDP. Okay, I'm getting a pretty good similarity there. CH Men Prive is more boozy, but man, they are actually really similar. Yeah, if you didn't A/B them, you might think they're the same thing. Wow. I wonder if that was Givenchy's goal, was recreating this. I don't know. Let's look up those notes. Why not? We're here. Again, with the lavender, tonka bean, and benzoin, but obviously we have orris or iris, also has cloves, cinnamon, tolu balsam, vanilla, patchouli, black pepper in the open, and bergamot. So okay, they both have citrus in the open. And last but not least, let's compare CH Men Prive to Dior Homme Parfum. Yeah, no. Okay, that's nothing like this. Oh, man. Oh, boy. This thing just slays, though. I just love it so much. The only similar note between Dior Homme Parfum and CH Men Prive is leather. But you can do leather in many different types of ways. I mean, come on. Any excuse I get to smell this, I'll take it. We're not talking about those. We're talking about CH Men Prive. So I'm going to let all of these dry down, and we're going to see how they stack up when they fully develop. So let's let these guys do their thing while we do our thing. You know what to do. Sit tight. Oh, and we're back. So, performance isn't terrible, but it's not extremely strong or long-lasting. Like I mentioned earlier, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more bold and in your face. But this is a very lovely, very lovely scent, for lack of a better term. It has sweetened up and it has smoothed out. A lot of that booziness is gone. There's definitely no more citrus, obviously. I am getting a little bit more of that leather. The tonka bean and benzoin has made it a little bit sweeter. Definitely getting more woods. It's just very, very cool, very classy, very elegant. I really do dig it. Let's see how it stacks up to the other three. It is reminding me the most of Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum, but now that they've dried down, they have separated a lot. They smelled very similar in the open, but now they're kind of doing their own thing. I feel that CH Men Prive, even though the longevity isn't great, again, it's not terrible, but not great, has maintained some of that virile, masculine nature, whereas Gentleman EDP is much more powdery and much more iris heavy well into the dry down. Givenchy Gentleman EDT, on literally the other hand. Now, okay, this okay, this is funny because I remember when I first sampled Givenchy Gentleman EDT and I thought it was like the spiciest thing I'd ever smelled. And now over the years, it just smells like a slightly powdery freshie. Like it smells nothing like the way I remember it from when I first tried it years ago. Yeah, that is just a full-on freshie to my distinguished palate nowadays. And of course, Dior Homme Parfum is still its own entity. Okay, time for final thoughts. Due to its discontinuation, the price is pretty well jacked up. Do I personally feel like it's worth you spending your hard-earned money on just to have it? I think I'd have to say no. I think it's great. I think it's really nice, but it's really nothing all that special. It's just a very well-crafted, rugged, leathery, boozy designer fragrance. I love it personally as a collector and a content creator. Like I'm happy to have it because there's so much history about it. But I think to the average person, if you want a very similar effect to this, then go with Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfum or the new Gentleman Reserve Privé, which also contains a whiskey note. That may even get you closer. But in and of itself, Carolina Herrera's CH Men Privé is a total beaut. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
So there you have it. I finally was able to give you my take on Carolina Herrera's CH Men Privé and my very honest thoughts and opinions. That's all I can offer. Now I'd like to hear your honest thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Come on, let's get a chat going. And of course, if you haven't already, please give us a sub. If you have subbed, then thank you. If you wouldn't mind, give us a like, ding the bell, and help us get the word out there by sharing us on your socials or sending us to your friends and family. If you're having a good time over here, send the good times to those you have a good time with, because I'm having a good time with y'all. And let's have a good time next time. Until that time, Stay smelly. Check you later. The doctor is out.